Okay, so yesterday was a bit subpar. We're trying to run it back. We're trying to pop off a little bit, and into this particular matchup because I think it's going to be mech paladin. I'm actually going to keep explosive trap and unleash the hounds. I probably should have kept the arcane shot too in order to kill the 1/2, but the dwarven sharpshooter is definitely at least a moderate pick. But basically, my biggest... Wait a minute. It is Murloc Paladin? Okay, so these same choices still apply. And I actually am not going to even be playing full face... It's weird, not going full face hunter with face hunter. But I think that it would probably just be better to control the board a little bit here. That's fine. There's no reason to coin or anything right now. So let's just hero power. Next turn, I think I'm going to Dwarven Sharpshooter hero power the Oracle because that's probably going to be my biggest issue. If I can kill off some of his minions, I should be able to finish him off later. Don't pump up the health though, please. Gosh darn it. Okay, well, abort mission. We are now in a bit of trouble here. Leper Gnome hero power probably. We're going to go back to playing slow. I'll be able to kill it off with Dwarven Sharpshooter and Arcane Shot next turn. Ideally, he trades in one of his higher health minions into the 1/1 so I can kill off his stuff, but, you know, if he doesn't, that's fine. Okay. Explosive Trap will pop off kind of hard here. And I think I'm just going to Explosive Trap, Hero Power, pass. Get those 1/1s out there. And try to just outrush them. Because I do still have Unleash the Hounds. I have Eaglehorn Bow. I still have the coin if I need to try to push a little bit more damage. Explosive Trap itself is 2 damage, which is nice as well. Don't trade in, you fool! You monster. Don't do it. Don't you do it. He's doing it. He's doing it. The harder they fall. So he's gonna have to hit face eventually here. So I'm just gonna go like this. It's a very slow play. Not rushing out any minions or forcing anything. I think that this is the smartest play that I can make right now because Explosive Trap will kill off his other minions. If I were him, I think I would have tried to smack face a little bit. You know, if I had smacked face with this guy, right? Explosive Trap goes off. Potentially draw another Cold Light Seer so these guys might stay alive. That would have, in my opinion, been a better play. But he did not do that. Unleash the Hounds is not going to be crazy good or anything right now. But if he doesn't play a taunt, I think I win. With a Life Drinker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, coin, 9, 10. Or I'll just Unleash the Hounds, honestly. It works either way. Unleash the Hounds. Don't even need any extra damage, to be honest, even though I did have it. And boom. Just like that, this deck is popping off. Yes, the deck is 4 and 5, but in my defense, I played against 3 warriors immediately after switching into Face Hunter, okay? It's not my fault, I promise you that. I played against a druid and didn't get any aggro. Like, I had a Leroy and Life Drinker in my opening hand, which was abysmal. I lost to 2 warriors. Not 3, sorry. And overall, it was not a great experience. But I do think that if I have at least moderate hands and I hard mulligan and get the Toxic Reinforcements or get some 1-drops, these matchups are very much winnable for me. Get another Toxic Reinforcements. Sand Trooper's really nice, and honestly, let's just see how it goes. Have a good day. This guy, he's a polite dude. I like that. I respect that a lot. But anyway, just for those of you who don't know how to play this deck, even though I've talked about it multiple times, every single game you want a hard mulligan for the Toxic Reinforcements. It's 1 mana, ultimately 6 damage, and he has to trade into it, or I get to trade into stuff for value. And every turn, you want to work around your hero power, because you're not trying to necessarily burst them down into most matchups, unless you're playing into Warrior and Priest, but I'll get into that in a second. You don't necessarily want to rush down matchups, You more want to do as much damage as you possibly can, and then try to burst them at the very end. If that makes sense. So, into Rogue, since they don't have any heal, rather than playing Animal Companion here to push some extra damage, I'm just going to Hero Power, because that damage is going to stick on the board. Right? That's just how it works. And now, I did a ton of damage. I've saved resources in my hand, so I haven't flooded the board or anything. We play a 2-1 now, since we have some extra mana up. And the next turn is going to be Hero Power Animal Companion. And we're just going to constantly apply pressure while Hero Powering, because Hero Powering is the most important thing for this deck, in my opinion. Not necessarily the doing as much damage as possible, throwing a ton of things down on the board. It's more controlled than that, if you will. So that's fine. Animal Companion next turn for a little bit of extra pressure. Animal Companion. Misha's nice. Hero Power. Hit that into that. Maybe we can get a little bit of extra damage if we save this, so I'm going to. Because if he has to make that trade, it's fine. Nah, we'll keep it like that. That way I might be able to hit face with it, or potentially do something else. Seal Fate hit that. He's taking a lot of damage, in my opinion. And I'm still at 27 health. Even if he pings it. Sorry, fine. He pings it, whatever. I'm still going to be able to make some pretty nasty plays next turn. If I'm able to get Unleash the Hounds, I win the game soon, so it's fine. Eaglehorn Bow. Not amazing, but not bad either. So obviously we're going to Hero Power again. I'm going to play another one of these guys because it's just a good play. I'm going to Eaglehorn Bow. And I'm going to hit this into that. I'm going to take the damage, get the taunt out of the way so I can hit him with a thing next turn, and then the turn after that, I'm pretty close to winning. The only thing that really kills me is a Leroy Shadow Step. Okay. Operation Oh No is a go. On the bright side, as long as he doesn't heal, I win the game next turn with Timberwolf. 1, 2, 3, 6 mana. Don't even need the extra Arcane Shot. That dies, he's at 8. And we win. Perfect. I could just Life Drinker, kill command, but that's also lethal. Let's just do it that way, I guess. I could have killed him this way with the damage I had in hand. I didn't even need this Arcane Shot. I could have Hero Powered. And another game, another win. This deck just melts so many decks in the meta right now. Although I'm 5-5, I do genuinely think that this is one of the best decks. And since it's an aggro deck that relies a lot on an opening hand, though, it can fall flat on its face. And it has a really bad warrior matchup. Druid, it's about 50-50. You can kill them before their Embiggen goes off sometimes. Or if you don't quite do that, they just smack you. And here we have a Druid matchup. Hopefully he's Embiggen. This is not the good opening hand. This is the bad luck I had against one of the Druids last time. And yeah. So we can get rid of that, hope for Toxic Reinforcements. If we get a Toxic Reinforcements, we win. If we don't, we lose. And that's just how this matchup goes. You can get a Toxic Reinforcements by turn 3, and you'll only lose 1 turn of the quest. So it's fine. It's not good, but it's fine. Like it'll work. If that makes sense. See, play a Fairy Dragon right away. Oh my god, wait. Okay, so, as you can see, sometimes you just don't win because you have a really bad opening hand. Like I said, the game, like literally I said like 5 minutes ago, into the Druid, I drew Life Drinker and Leroy Jenkins as my opening cards. And as you can see right here, 3 of my opening cards are actually still Life Drinker. I mean, 3 of my 4 cards in hand are Life Drinker and Leroy. So, ultimately, not a super great position to be in. He also has the strength in numbers, which is really bad for me. I'm literally going to do no face damage with my minions. That's an interesting trade. I think he should be trying to rush me down. Unleash the Hounds is not bad, actually. Like, Unleash the Hounds, theoretically, if he plays a couple more minions, could actually wipe his board, which would buy me enough time to maybe win. But we'll see. Really? You're trading in like that? Okay. Unleash the Hound's hero power would actually be pretty solid here. His 2/3/1s would live, though. But is that even that big of a deal? Not really. I'm gonna just play Life Drinker. Heal me up a little bit, get out a moderate threat. He's in Biggin, so he's not gonna be able to play anything till turn 6-ish anyway. Okay, that is probably the biggest issue that I would have had, to be honest. Life Drinker hero power, I don't die. And then we try to close the game out with Unleash the Hound's kill command next turn. Obviously, I am probably going to lose because I didn't get toxic reinforcements and my hand was really, really not great. But I tried my very hardest. It was a close game. It was a hard-fought, close game. If I get Misha this turn, I don't die. But I need to draw Misha this turn. No way, I still do die. I no longer die if I draw Misha right now. Or if I get Misha right now. I mean, that's not enough actually to clear off his board, so I do actually end up losing. But like I said, was moderately close. If I had had an early game, if I had had toxic reinforcements, if I had had like a freeze trap, phase stalker, if I didn't have double Life Drinker with Leroy Jenkins, I think I actually would have won this game. But you know, it's fine. Even really, really good decks lose. I genuinely think that this deck can destroy the meta right now. Rogues, this deck eats up. Not even a problem. If I had gotten Misha there, I actually would have lived though, which is the sad part. And then I might have been able to close out. Well, I wouldn't have been able to close out the game, but I might have been able to do a little bit of extra chip damage. I don't know. But point is, this deck is really strong. I think it eats up the meta. Yes, you play against a lot of druids, but this deck is about 50-50 into druid, and it beats mage, it beats other hunters, it beats rogues, it beats warlocks. It only loses to warrior and priest, which are two of the least played classes in the game right now. And then druid, it's about 50%. And even though the sample size isn't looking so good for this one, I'm like 1-4 or 1-3 against druid right now. Ultimately, it's not that bad, because, like, you saw how bad this was. If you watched the stream, also, if you haven't already watched the stream, check it out, every single Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and sometimes Sunday, depending on how much homework I have. You guys saw how bad, of luck I got when I was playing against the Druids. Like, my opening hand had, again, a Life Drinker, Leroy, and, like, something bad like Unleash the Hounds, which isn't necessarily good into the Druid matchup, so at this point, I'm kind of just defending the fact that I'm not doing well into Druid, because I genuinely don't think that the matchup is as bad as it shows. And like 1-3, that's a small sample size. This is a aggro deck, so it's highly volatile. If you don't get a decent early game, you'll probably just lose, which is fine. I'm actually looking to see which game it was. Like, if I hard mulligan this, ×3 speed, like, I don't know. This is just had some pretty unlucky hands into Druid so far is basically what I'm getting at. But I think that if you want to climb, this is probably the best deck to do it with because of how cheap it is. Maybe Token Druid, it's really strong. As long as you're on a budget. If you're not, I guess I'm big in Druid if you want to join that hype train. Secret Highlander Hunter is really strong. Highlander Shamans, I like it, but I don't know how strong it is. Warrior isn't really played right now, but for some reason, but like, it's still strong. Like, I don't get why people aren't playing it that much. I don't know. Hope you guys enjoyed, though. I enjoy this video. I enjoy this deck quite a bit. So, if you If you enjoyed, feel free to hit that like button and or subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed as well. Like, if you, I forgot to do another guide thing at the beginning of this video, but basically I talked about this deck. You want a hard mulligan for toxic reinforcements. You want a hero power every turn that you can, rather than playing cards. Like, you want to play cards in hero power. Hero powering is the first priority. Like, when you're on 3 mana, technically you don't have 3 mana. You have 1 because you're hero powering. If you have 4 mana, you technically only have 2. And just the consistent damage allows you to close out games, because very few have the sustainability like Priest and Warrior, which are your 2 bad matchups, and then Druid's kind of like a meh matchup. So, hope you guys enjoyed. See ya.